Hi, this is Jason Furman, and in this lesson series, what I've been putting together for some of my students is we're trying to start from the very beginning of the simplest idea, some sort of sticking, which we're going to deal with today, and through each of these lessons, we're going to take that sticking idea and expand on it a little bit more each week. So each one of these video lessons is intended for you to take whatever amount of time you like, but roughly we're here looking about a week. So the exercises that I give you here in the introduction, you'll take that, you'll practice it just the way I give you, and then we'll expand on that the following week and each week after, okay? So the sticking we're going to be dealing with here today is a 3-note sticking. And you can either play it right, left, left, or left, right, right. And we're looking at it as accented and unaccented. So we want the right hand lead to be accented and the doubles to be unaccented, like this. And lead with the left hand. So first, work that out. Just learn to play it around the drums and on just the snare. Not worrying about with the metronome or being in time. We're going to get to that in a second. So trying to make sure that if your right hand lead, try to feel that right hand bounce back, and the same for when you're doing left hand lead. So get it to feel comfortable, and then after you're on the snare, let it sit on the snare, get it to a tempo that's comfortable, and then start moving your right hand, the accented, around the drums. And then the same with the left hand lead, accented around, while keeping the unaccented on the snare drum for now. So, now the first thing we want to do is, with this sticking, I'm going to give you one very simple exercise. So, we want to try to use it in 3-note and 4-note groupings. So, as a triplet, if we look as a 3-note, you have 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Now, there's 3 variations of that. That accent can be in the middle of the triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, or the last note of the triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Same thing with the left hand lead, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. Right? So those are the 3 variations of it. Work on those individually, just counting out loud. After you have that, you want to work on it as 16th notes. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and okay? And it's going to cycle itself, just being a 3-note variation within a 4-note grouping. And do that around the toms. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 So you want to have the triplet variations. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. And the 16th note variations. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. So with those, and don't worry about out of time, maybe just try counting it first so you can start to feel it. The next one is you're going to want to do it in time. Now, I prefer to keep quarter notes with my feet while I'm doing this. So whatever it may be, you have your right hand, your right foot and your left foot. That will be keeping with the metronome. So in this case, I'll show you how we're going to do it with a metronome about 100 BPM. But we're going to do 2 measures of triplet and then 2 measures of 16th note. And as you keep the sticking going, it will give you all the different variations of the triplet. So you have, I'll do it really slow. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, So it'll bring you right back to 1. Okay? So we're going to do this with a metronome. First, you're going to play it just accent, just like that, on the snare drum. And then we'll do a variation of the same thing, moving each accented hand around the toms, whether it be right hand lead or left hand lead. So here's a metronome at 100 BPM. We get our feet started with quarter notes. Now let's do it with left hand lead. Quarter notes into feet. Now once you do that in the snare, get it comfortable with the accents, and then basically do the same exercise, but just utilizing the toms and voices. Don't worry about anything. You can be random. But what we're going to do is just try to move that accented hand around the drums to see what we get. Now we'll do left hand. So with those different exercises, you're going to start just learning to do the sticking, accented and unaccented. Learn to count it with all 3 variations of triplet. Learn to count it out loud while playing it in 16th notes. Then, in time, going from 2 measures of triplets to 2 measures of 16th notes on the snare, and then 2 measures of triplets, 2 measures of 16th notes, moving around the toms. Now that should be enough to keep you guys busy for at least a week. Try to build up your tempo. Keep a track of where your tempos are, where your tempo markings. And we'll see you next time.